Hi there, Kim Ricks here. I'm in Sri Lanka, and in just 1 week, several pressures affecting daily life and the gemstone sector are already becoming evident. My timing really sucks because my arrival has coincided with Ramadan and Eid expected this weekend. So for much of the gem trade, where many of the traders, the dealers and the mining families are Muslim, that naturally alters the pace of business. Market hours shorten, travel is reduced, and some aspects of life are just postponed until after the festive period. But the more significant concern emerging right now is fuel. There are supply restrictions linked to wider instability in the Middle East, and fuel availability is tightening, and daily limits have been imposed. 15 litres per day. The queue of tuk-tuks outside the petrol station in Barabula is about a mile long. So for the gemstone sector, it's far more serious. An active gem mine can require around 150 litres of fuel a day, particularly where pumps are needed to remove the groundwater, where diesel machinery is involved, and where rough stones must be transported from the rural mining areas into the trading centres. And, well, without that fuel, mining slows or stops altogether, and they don't know what to do. Suffice to say that when mining stops, the wider impact is immediate. So, daily wage miners lose income first, then dealers will begin receiving less fresh material. Cutting workshops will have less new stock entering production. Smaller traders will wait longer for movement in the local market. And export activity becomes slower because the earliest stages of the supply chain has already been interrupted. Now, in a country where gemstone trading still depends heavily on physical movement between the source, the cutter, the dealer and exporter, fuel quickly becomes a structural issue rather than a transport inconvenience. And that is especially relevant in around Ratnapura, where much of the country's gem movement starts. Now, if that's not enough of a problem, I was also warned yesterday that electricity restrictions may soon be introduced by the government here. And if that happens, the implications extend well beyond households. Well, electricity affects cutting workshops, office systems, online communication, export coordination, and the day-to-day trade. Well, the list is endless. And as for myself, and anyone else working here remotely in Sri Lanka, it means unstable Wi-Fi, uninterrupted, or rather interrupted communications, and limited ability to work. So what becomes clear is that gemstones don't just appear in the shops. They rely on the fuel, the electricity, workers, transport, and even events happening on the other side of the world. And right now, that's the Middle East. And, well, when one part of that system doesn't work, it just affects everything, long before anyone at a distance even notices. Well, gemstones move through fuel, supply, labour, religion, infrastructure, and geopolitics.